What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So this would be part 33 to the Super Mario World playthrough as far as these pitches can happen. So within these fairs, there's going to be 2 episodes coming out today within these pitches once I get the vocals recorded for them within these pitches about it. But that was kind of a nasty trick as far as those pitches can happen. So this is the demo stage. This is the first stage. Just within the fair, you would think seeing this stage every single time when you fire up the game would be the pitch as far as realizing that particular conduct, but it's kind of the fair about it. But looking after it, yeah, there's going to be 2 episodes, new playthrough coming through as well within Slings That Pitches, so it's a bona fide type product. It's not Zelda, but it's within the pitch. I mean, you'll know soon enough just within the pitch as far as saying by the time, you know, within the fair, just visiting like the channel feed of this particular channel, but just the pitch behind it, kind of within the phrase. So yeah, more Super Mario here. So the pitch behind that. This particular game really was starting to work my nerves as far as those first happen. Now, I didn't realize that about this, but I have to probably understand that it's probably been like 20-something years since I really fucked with this game like that on like more than just like a kind of just dick around type concept within pitch like that. So it's just kind of fair as far as saying, was not expecting, like, I mean, probably the aspect behind tackling some of these type stages here is just kind of pitch. For the most part, I probably would not fuck with these stages that you're seeing right now. It's just more for the product, just doing it for the playthrough, just because there is some extra kind of treats to this that just fatten up the playthrough. But I probably, more than likely, I'm getting to the age now, me being over halfway done with my 30s, that I just don't think the fair behind me tackling these stages again would really be too much within the conduct of it. I'm just kind of like, screw it. Even that particular fair, this particular stage was not as horrible, but it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying it, just the likelihood behind it is just like, screw it. It just, it's not to be negative and all, like, just aspectedly like foul pitches like that, but it's kind of fair. These real, like, these next several, there's 4 episodes that are going to be coming within defeating special worlds of this. Stay tuned for that. So it's going to be episode 33, 34, 35, and 36. They're all going to consist of like this particular special world fair as far as these pitches can happen. But the fair about it was, it probably would have been lengthier than that. It was kind of the pitch. I didn't want to keep going with this. I wanted to kind of get it done that day that I was playing it. I was going to have like another recording segment, but it probably would have taken until like February or even March or April, considering like the update rate of how I've been doing these, to have gotten done with this. I just said, screw it, I'm just going to get done with like the stage that was giving me problems today. But then I wound up getting pissed off, and it was really the aspect behind it is just really getting on my nerves. I mean, they made these stages intentionally difficult, and the thing about it is, you don't have like a midway type point, so they kind of, this is really like lost levels type stuff within the pitch as far as saying it. This is the product where it just stopped being fun, but I was like, screw it. I mean, I was trying to figure out, do I want to just leave the playthrough kind of incomplete, not do these stages, or do I want to wait till February or March or whatever to attempt these again and then play it again? But I just want to get it done today, so it's just, there's going to be some playthrough segments here where it's just like, you're probably going to see the frustration, like the gameplay of what goes on with this pitch. I was just getting not so much fuming mad. I didn't, there's no yelling in this episode that you're going to hear with the recording playthrough that I did, but it's just the pitch as far as saying it did piss me off a little bit, so it's just kind of fair. But I mean, that's just the aspect. I mean, this is a classic game. I will defend this game enough to say it is a classic within these fairs, but it does have the product. There are some stages that I probably would not, I could probably go without playing again within Slings That Pitches. Just isn't really that much of a deal as this kind of pitch. I mean, the standard game is really not that bad. There's a couple stages in like the chocolate world that will piss you off a little bit, but for the most part, there's not many stages. Probably like maybe out of like, if you don't count these 8 stages, probably like maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 stages in terms like the most nasty that this game gets. For the most part, it's pretty palpable within the pitch. It is not being like a horrendous kind of malnutritious kind of experience, but it still managed to piss me off, and I was getting pretty rotten. I was just to say it within the fouls. It's like, you know, all of a sudden saying fuck this game. I didn't say it aloud, but it did piss me off later. So it's kind of pitch. But I just look after it. It's just within the fair, but it's taking care of the playthrough. I have the last fight, the final boss fight, that's going to be in episode 37, and then probably episode 38 and 39. I don't think it's going to get to 40. If I had done this lengthier, it probably would have gotten to the 40s somewhere, but it's this kind of pitch. I mean, I in certain senses, I almost regret not waiting until February or whatever to record more gameplay, because it probably would have resulted in like a lengthier playthrough. But that's just kind of the pitch. He just basically got sabotaged out of some dick around type episodes that would have been within the fair. Just question if I would have died further, but I was just getting mad, so it was just kind of concept. I defend that era of me more so than the concept of further type entertaining gameplay. So it's just kind of the pitch that's kind of the product about it. So just being able to stay within those atmospheres. So as a result, yeah, this playthrough could have been, 43, 45, 47 episodes, something like that. But it's just kind of pitch as far as saying it's going to be maybe 41 or 42, which is still consistently probably like, I would probably say like at least a 6 or 7, maybe even 8 or 9 hour playthrough within these pitches, especially considering that a lot of these have over 8 minutes. If you multiply 8 times 40, that'd be about 500 minutes, just to say, 8 times 4, well, I guess it'd be 320 minutes moreover, but 320 minutes, which would be about 6 hours, so it's kind of the pitch as far as saying just with it, well, maybe a little bit less, 4.5, 6 hours would be 360 minutes, but just be able to say within the pitch as far as talking about it, you just have to suppose it still is a pretty lengthy type playthrough to easily get through some Galvans, but just in the pitch, I do have to say it's probably going to wind up being more than 40 episodes. I think we probably have at least more than 7. I mean, just this particular gameplay segment with this saga and it has getting to part 36, so it's kind of pitched. Each of these are going to be 9 minutes approximately, so it's kind of fair just being able to say. So good conduct, just being able to say, so definitely probably would be able to have another couple rounds if you want to kind of say within the pitch. If you're trying to hit up like a gas station within those fairs, go pick up like several bags of like Cooler Ranch Doritos. Sometimes the pitches is simple enough type fair, kind of get that done within those pitches. The aspect of probably throwing in like a cold bottle of Bacardi, some of those type pitches when I mean, it's good type fairs. I mean, when it's those hot, sticky kind of summer days, pitches like that, some of those type fairs, this game just has this wickedness kind of about it. Classic type fair, but this is the pitch as far as saying, But I will tell you within these phrases, despite the fact that I got mad, there is some entertaining bits, because a lot of these deaths are pretty fucking stupid. Just the get up, I mean, it's just typical kind of Mario to kind of say within these pitches as far as the way that these deaths kind of happen. I mean, they really were being ass clowns, but if you couple that with like the luck factor of the game and just the likelihood as to how some of these type of things, I mean, every person damn near dies differently when they play these games. So it's just kind of pitch, just as entertaining aspects as far as this is going to happen, but this is one of the nastier stages in the game. This did try my patience a little bit here, just to be able to say within those products, but just unhealthily so, but still within pitch. But it's this kind of product, you probably are going to want Yoshi for these. Just understand that concept. I mean, if you can do this as small Mario, I would definitely say hats off within some of the pitches within those products as far as those fairs going to happen, but you just would have to say it is like a virtual. I mean, there are people, I mean, I'm sure you could find like those, not just folks like that, but probably speed run type folks on top of that, just within the fair as far as saying that just have like some sort of damnation factor about them as far as just being able to get towards that consistent type fare. But it's kind of the pitch as far as this quality entertainment as far as these first games. But it's just some backtracking in mind within some of these pitches. So just pay attention to that product. It's going to consist for a little while, so just get used to these episodes within some of these pitches. This particular stage is going to take a little bit within these fairs. But yeah, the more I think about it, when I was talking about last month that particularly Zelda was going to be a gripe within some of these pitches, I actually think that might, for the most part, wind up being like the easier game. Now, there's definitely things within that game that can piss you off, but as long as you have like the fairies in the bottle, it's really not that horrible. It's just the pitch. I mean, yeah, it's a chore having to get them over and over again, but it's just the pitch as far as saying it's more just the fair and just the patience factor more so than like this particular game, like the pitch of just the aspect of some of these type of stages. But really, these stages are not necessary. It's just kind of the pitch as far as saying you don't have to do them. It's just kind of an extra challenge for like the bona fide typeness. But yeah, to stay tuned for some of these type ones within pitches like that. Some of the stuff Ferris Part 34 is going to be lit with some of these type moments as well for their shenanigans. Some of these type parts. So just get ready for some of these type fairs about it, folks. Good fair.